Hey YouTube, it's your girl Dr. J, and I am doing week 4 of Mahogany Homemakers vlog hop, and this one was Show Your Binder. So let me introduce you all to Cerebro. Okay, I call her Cerebro from, Professor X of the X-Men. Yeah, totally Nerville. But, yes, this is Cerebro, and she is my brain. And so how I use her to understand where we're going, what's going on, what's happening. I do my binder a little bit differently than some people, where I don't do like my letter of intent and, that sort of background information. That's not a part of my binder. That is in a file cabinet that I have, because I keep all other sort of information in there, our medical information, all that kind of stuff. So I'd like to keep that stuff together, because that's my little important stuff that, like keep you out of jail type stuff. This is just all about the kids' education. This is what this binder focuses on. So we start, it's a big binder because I have 3 kids and I keep everything in the same binder. So this is the first page, and it is a year at a glance calendar, and I have highlighted in green, those are the days where they have classes, and highlighted in orange, these are the days that they're special days. So birthdays are highlighted, my anniversary, different holidays that we celebrate. We don't celebrate traditional holidays, and the days that we celebrate, the feast days, they tend to be long, and they come up on me real fast. So I have to make sure that I build those into the calendar, because there's some specific things that we have to do, or we choose to do when we are doing those days, that I want to make sure I build into our homeschool planning. Something that's not in the calendar yet, but it will be in the calendar, are things like doctor's appointments, because I am very forgetful, so I want to make sure that I put that doctor's appointments, dentist appointments, all that stuff gets put into the calendar. So after I have 2013, 14, and 15 year at a glance, then we get to the month. So this is the month of August. Okay, and you guys see how full it is right now. Don't let the empty space for Tuesday fool you. It's not empty. I just haven't set their vision therapy appointments yet, but they're going to be on Tuesday. So basically we have something every day. But what I try to do is push the things that we do outside the house to the afternoon, except for vision therapy, because I need them fresh. But yeah, all that stuff is in the afternoons. After 1 o'clock is when I try to have stuff that we do outside the house. So Mondays and Wednesdays are music days, so we have piano, violin, drums, and then Thursday and Friday they have dance classes. And so anything that is going to be outside the house, I have to make sure that it's on the calendar. So that is that month. And then the next sheet of paper that you'll see is where we're going to be doing something with our local Mensa chapter in the month of August. So that's behind there, so I remember that, okay, the kids are going to this event. So that's going to be right behind that month at a glance, because it's something that's outside of the house. It's outside of our normal routine. So I want to make sure that I can see it, and I know the address, I know the time, I know if I need to RSVP. So that's going to be the next thing that you see. And then here, this one is not filled out yet, because it's, I'm just starting my calendar, so it's not filled out. But this is the weekly planning sheet. So basically anything that I need to do to make sure that because you guys, my check sheets, so each child's check sheet is in here. And so let's say, okay, for language arts, if I know, okay, we're going to be watching this video, on this page is when I'll write, okay, I need to order the video, I need to rent it off Amazon Prime, or I need to, make sure I go dig it out of the DVD case. Something like that, I know to put that in there. I know to put in there, okay, we're going to be doing this science experiment, and I need to make sure I pick up some lemons from the grocery store. So that sort of stuff is going to be in the weekly planner, and that's going to be for me. And then each child, their particular check sheet is going to be behind that weekly planner, their check sheet for the week. Another thing that I do is, I'm trying to cover that, I do a newsletter that goes out every week. So it's a 2-page newsletter. Show you the back. Okay, 2-page newsletter that I send out every week via email to friends and family. Not that they really care, but you know, I do it because I think it's cute. But this is a way that I keep track of what we did. And it also has proof. You see, like, there's pictures, like, see, we really did do that. And it's a great way for me to make sure that I am not only putting on paper what we're doing, but I have other type of evidence of what we're doing. I have pictures that we use. And so every week I send out a 2-page newsletter, and it has the kids' pictures in it. It talks about these are the things we did. Here's some field trips that we went on. You know, here's some classes that they took. Here is, you know, an author that they met, or they got to tour this plant. So I put that in there if they do any competitions, any placing competitions or anything like that. That's all going to be in the newsletter. And since that's weekly, I'm going to have 4 every month. So I put it behind the weekly tab. And I just really like to do it. Friends and family say they like it. And I know, like, the grandparents, they print them out every week. They really like to see what the kids are doing. They really, you know, like to have something they can brag on. And I also take a lot of pictures because each year we do a yearbook for each child that is custom for that child. So we do like peekaboo books and stuff like that. So I like to have a lot of pictures so that they can see their yearbook, so they can see play dates that they went on, time with friends, all that sort of stuff. So the newsletter, the weekly newsletter, is going to be behind that tab. And then at the end of the month, I also put like their EPGY printout. So it says, you know, okay, this is how many sessions we've done to date. This is how many exercises they've done. This is the percentage that they've gotten correct. So that's also going to be in the newsletter. I mean, in the back for the month. Anything that they accomplished, let's say if they competed in a competition, or if they participated in a workshop, or if they got some certificate, that's going to be in there as well. If I don't want to put a hole in it, I'll just use the covers that have the 3-hole punches in the covers, so that we could keep the certificate for them to have it later, but I keep it in the binder. So this binder, it doesn't just help me plan my week, but it also is used as record keeping, so that if I ever am asked to go back and say, okay, you know, what did you do with your kids, I can show that I got paperwork, video, pictures, what do you need? I can give it to you. So that's what I do. You guys know I don't just use one curriculum. I don't just have one record keeping method. I like to have a lot of different methods that I can pull back on and show anything I need to show. I've never been asked for anything. I've never been approached. I live in a, you know, relatively, you know, homeschool friendly state, but you never know what tomorrow's going to bring. So I like to have that record. Also, it's going to be really, really easy for me to do transcripts. And if they apply for any type of program, it's going to be really easy for me to go back and help them put an application together. If they're still young, it'll be easy for me to put an application together for them. If somebody needs to write a letter of recommendation, I can let them see the binder, see the things that the kids have done, and it's all in there. So I had to make something that was easy for me, and now you guys see why I call her Cerebro, because she is really the brain trust for what we do in our homeschool. And it wasn't really hard to set up, and it's not hard for me to keep track of everything in this way. It's just easy, and also I like it because my husband, at any time, he can go through it, so he can kind of see, oh, well, this is what's going on, this is what the kids are doing. So we talk a lot about what the kids are doing, but sometimes he may want to see it as well. So that's what we do, and I hope this was helpful. And Mahogany Homemaker, thank you for the blog hop. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.